Hey, I'm Diamond White.
I'm Carly Rose, and this is X Factors.
X Factors.
Today we have with us
a very special guest.
Why do we always do that? And her name is none other than BEA MILLER.
Hi.
Miller.
God, it's me.
Bea's here. Be a little
guys.
kangaroo. Doing today?
I'm doing good. I was hoping that my my kangaroo fit was gonna have a little kangaroo in the pouch, but we'll just have to find something else to put in there, something silly.
Well, on that topic, I was under the impression I was getting a shark onesie. Mm-hmm. It turns out it was more of a shark costume / blanket. Unclear in terms of their advertising. But yeah, so either I was going to be completely covered by my shark face, or we did a little
off the shoulder
moment. I might go to the Met Gala right after this, even though it's not happening. You never know. So that's what's happening here.
You're ready for anything.
And
you're ready to go to bed. You're ready to walk a red carpet. You're ready to do a podcast. You're ready to do it all.
I could do it all.
And I didn't get my package for my onesie, so I'm wearing my mom's. And that's...
You're wearing the one we got from X Factor.
Yeah, this is an X Factor. It's a vintage X Factor
Vintage X Factor. This
onesie.
is an exclusive.
It's an exclusive, babe.
You guys.
Oh, man. So much to talk about.
Yes.
So much to uncover.
I have a little surprise for you guys.
You have a surprise.
Yes, and it is very serendipitous to this episode.
Oh, my God.
So Mark and I, we go to the gym every morning, and I have a really good workout playlist.
Okay, I'm single. I don't need you to talk about your relationship goals.
So I've been going solo, and my workout playlist is incredible. And as we were going home, I'm like, hey, like, listen to this song. I love it. This is like my new workout song, and it is the epitome of like just feminine. I fucking love it. And it is none other than, it's called That Bitch. And I was like, look at this. And he's like, oh, who sings it? And I said, oh, her name's BEA MILLER. And Mark goes, look at this. And it was a text from the night before that you were going to be on this episode.
Oh my
That's
God.
crazy.
That's the song that if I'm like dating or seeing anyone, I'm like, just don't let your parents listen to this one. They're not going to invite me to Thanksgiving dinner. Wow. But actually, usually I actually end up like dating people whose moms are like, no, that's actually great. I love that song.
I feel like
I'm
you
okay,
wouldn't date
perfect.
someone whose mom wouldn't be into that.
Yeah, but I'm literally talking about my clit in the song, and I'm like, sorry, everyone.
Can we hear
It's
a little bit of
awesome.
this?
It's
Like,
so
maybe we need to
good.
play a little bit of it.
I literally have it
Did
up.
that inspire you at the gym? Were you like,
Yes,
yeah, like,
I love
fuck
music
you?
like that. And Mark, the crazy thing is seeing the fact that you were going to be here just the night
that's
before.
weird.
It's insane.
That is really weird.
Fate.
It
Insane.
just like it just came
No,
up.
it came up on my playlist, and I was listening to like Horror by some other girl.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and then that bitch came on.
That makes sense. I love that.
Here it is.
Society is sucking on your dick. And since I got a pussy, I'm a bitch. And since you are a dude, yeah, you can tell the truth. But as soon as I do, I'm a bitch. Society is sucking on your dick. And since I got a pussy, I'm a bitch.
And then at one point at the end of the song, I literally scream, "You should be sucking on my clit." It's and honestly, at this point, like when I do shows, I'm like a little bit too like, oh fuck, like especially when I do LA shows and like everyone I know and their literal mothers are there. I'm like, and crowd, you do that one. And then I just like twirl my hair and I'm like, yeah. But you know, I said what needed to be said. I also think I wrote that when I was like 19.
I was going to ask you when you released that.
Yeah, I think I released it when I was like 20 or 21, but I wrote it when I was 19. I was clearly, I don't know who the fuck pissed me off that day, but somebody
did a number.
some man got under my skin.
And
that's
thank
for
God
sure.
they did.
Yeah.
Because we got that bitch.
Yeah. Sheesh. That's
So
so,
anyway,
funny though.
Great workout song, guys.
I love that. I love to hear that.
Yeah, well, that bitch is here.
Here.
Live.
Drive in a kangaroo onesie.
So, all right. Let's get back to how we all know each other, right? What brought us here. So X Factor is the name of the game at this podcast.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So I want to hear how you got to X Factor. What brought you to do it? What led you there? We'll start there.
And what was your audition process?
Yeah, all of those things.
Okay, so honestly, my family was just like really poor. 2008 was not a good year in the Miller household. And one of my moms we used to watch, I have two moms. One of my moms, we used to watch a lot of like American Idol and like So You Think You Can Dance, whatever kind of reality shows together. That was kind of our thing. It was like the one thing she would let me stay up late for on weeknights. And I guess at some point I kind of wanted to audition for American Idol, but I didn't actually really sing. I kind of just like did it by myself in my room. And you had to be 15 to audition for like all those other ones at the time. And then X Factor came out because we were on season 2. And so the first season came out and they were saying that the youngest person auditioning was 13. At the time I was 12. So I was like, oh my God, like next year I could actually do it.
Literally all
and
of us.
they said like, of course, they're like, oh, there's a $5 million prize. We know that's not actually real, like taxes, all kinds of other shit. They undercut you. It's not actually $5 million. But at the time I was 13 or 12 and naive. So I was like, oh, if I did that and I won, which I don't know why my delusional ass thought I was going to win. I had never sung like really in a public setting before, but whatever. I was 12. And I thought if I win this, I could pay my parents' bills and we could like keep our house. And then I also thought, and then I could just go back to school and like go back to my everyday life. Because
$5 million
I was
in my
like, yeah, let me
pocket.
just get $5 million on the show, pay off my parents' mortgage, and go back to my middle school. So I don't really know. That seemed like a great plan to me at the time. Again, never had really sung in public, so
I did
sure.
not know that.
I did sing one time before that at the U.S. Open, right before a Venus and Serena Williams match.
Okay, sorry, hold on.
I sang America the Beautiful.
Wait.
Yeah.
Weren't you also in Toy Story?
I was, because my mommy used to want me to be a child star. So she was like, be an actress. And I think at one point I was excited about it, but then eventually I was like, I don't want to like go to auditions after school. I want to hang out with my friends and goof around. And so I did end up actually voice acting for a bit because I had the same voice at like 8. And so I think when an 8-year-old girl walks in, they're like, what's going on? And they sound like they've smoked 1,000 cigarettes. It probably was more interesting at the time. So I had done that, but I had never like sung besides randomly America the Beautiful at the U.S. Open. I was like, okay. But anyway, I thought that I could do it. And then I had to go, did you guys have to do the audition process where you had to go to like the giant casting call and like it was like a giant, oh no, you did, yeah. That was, I went to the Rhode Island one because I lived in New Jersey at the time.
I went to Rhode Island.
You did?
Wait.
For the open casting call though? Like the one that was in, so they were doing these, like they were doing like the open casting calls for the very first try. So anyway, I turned 13. The next season was auditioning and I did it. And then they had these open casting calls. I lived in New Jersey at the time and the closest one to me was Rhode Island. So my mom and I drove to Rhode Island and you basically sit in like an arena. I don't know if like the people know. You sit in an arena, like a full-sized arena. And they had, I want to say like maybe 32 of these black booths in the center that were made of like metal rods and black curtains, and one by one with like 15,000 people in the room. That's what you did too. You had to go, you had to wait your turn. We were there all day. My mom and I were there for like 15 hours or something insane. Then finally I get into my little booth and like you can hear everyone singing around you. They're just curtains. They're not walls. And finally I had my turn. But you have to start a cappella and they give you no time to just like hear your starting note. And so I sang Crazy by Gnarls Barkley and I started at the wrong note. I started way too high. So when I got to the chorus, I was like, maybe I'm cry. And I just like croaked. And I was like, oh, it's over. And my mom was like, oh no. And I was like,
Hillary.
like my bills are not getting paid today. And then the guy, I want to say his name was David, was just like, nah, I liked the verse. It was cool. You can move on. And I was like, and then that guy actually was still there, like at the end at live shows.
Yeah.
He had like green eyes and dark hair.
Yeah.
Wasn't his name David?
I think I
And
know
he
who
was
you're
there
talking
for my original thing. And he was like, I don't care that you croaked. Like, you're moving forward. And I couldn't believe it. And then he was still there at the very end. And I remember like thanking him and being like, oh, I literally sounded like dog shit. And
No,
you were
but
like,
he could
"It's
tell
okay."
in the verses what your voice was like.
Yeah, but I started like genuinely like 4 keys too high.
I mean, you couldn't hear your note.
And there were people singing all around.
That's
You did that too.
ridiculous.
It was so scary.
Yes.
Where was yours that you did?
I was in, oh boy, I don't really put a place on, like, I don't really know place, time, when, where, who, when,
All
what.
a dream.
But I know that I was maybe San Francisco, maybe something like that.
You remember the black booths? Those were
I
so
just
scary.
remember the black
Okay.
booth, and then the last room you go into is like a room with a door.
Yeah, and then what did you do in there?
That was with that. That was with
You
the
don't
head
want to know what you did
producers.
in there.
But that was the next time I thought. Oh no, you did that all at the same time,
I
and
did
then
that-
they decided if you went
And
to
then they
live show,
deci-
like
exactly.
live auditions.
I remember seeing there's this blonde-haired man, white guy. I think his name is Tim.
That sounds right. I'm like, all I remember is that little booth and being like, I'm gonna die, and then everything that happened after
Yeah.
that, I feel like I just like blacked out because I was just so.
I know a lot of people were not excited for me to go forward, like, because you're still in that crowd of people when you're doing the booths, because everybody
Yeah.
can hear each other and hear. I know a lot of people were not excited for me to move on, and I came out with that ticket. I said, wait.
Sorry.
Okay,
Wah, wah.
hold on. I need to pause this because I'm.
You didn't have to do that.
No, but
You
I went to
didn't.
Rhode Island and I was in an arena, but I must have there must have been two.
I think some
levels of
people
this or
had to
something, and I
do.
somehow
It's like
black
Six
booths.
Flags.
No, I
If
think
you
some
have
people.
a fast pass.
Yeah, I think some people had to do the black booth, and some people got to go straight to that room that you're talking about. Where we'd have to
Yeah.
go through the black booths first, wait like 13, 14, whatever hours to do that part. And then after that, through like the first round, there's like an immediate second round.
Yeah.
And then that was what they were like, oh, now you get to audition actually like in front of the judges.
Okay, so
So you must have gotten to go straight to that.
unless I've blocked out an entire section of this day, which
No,
is
you'd remember the
very
booths.
possible.
You'd remember
no, I
the
don't think I did the booths. I didn't do the booths. But like the way that I remember this day is like so we spoke about this briefly, but like I did this thing at a mall in New Jersey called My Studio. And it was like literally this is different than the Rhode Island day. This was like months before or weeks before the Rhode Island day. And like I went to the mall and it was this thing where like you had a song prepared and you went in, you paid money to like sing your song in this booth, and it's a video and it gets sent to the X Factor peoples. And then yeah. So that was my start. And then so I did that. So weird. And because that was how like for me it was like this isn't gonna happen. Like like you're like this isn't gonna happen. Like whatever. Like that's an easy thing. I'm from New York. Like I drove to New Jersey with my mom. We like hung out with my cousins. Like it was yeah. And so I did that. And then like months later, I get a call and they're like, you're an alternate. You come to Rhode Island and like you're an alternate. So like you may get in front of the judges, you may not. So then we also waited at the Rhode Island arena, whatever this arena is, for like hours and hours and hours. And then eventually I got called and they're like live shows. I mean like live auditions.
Oh my God. I actually think something similar might have happened to my ex-boyfriend who I also like met through this process. And I
my
think
God,
he had
he
also
did
gotten
X
called. I think he had also gotten called to like to do kind of the same. I can't really remember the same thing that kind of you did, where he also didn't have to do those booths, and they were like, oh, like just show up and you're an
Like,
alternate or
maybe-
something. I don't
maybe
even
you'll
maybe
get
he
on.
wasn't an alternate. I can't really remember, but he just like also got to skip that process. Because that's sounding kind of familiar, and I feel
Okay.
like it's because he's told me that.
Okay, cool. Well then I'm not crazy. That did happen. I am crazy, but not in that way.
But not in that way. Your memory is functioning just fine.
Memory is functioning. From there, so you got in front of the judges that day, or no?
No, we got in front of the last group of people in that room after the booth thing, and then they said, and come back, or maybe then.
wait,
but I think the
wait,
regular
what are you-
auditions in front of the judges.
What you were saying? You went to the live show?
Yeah, first.
After the mall.
Yeah, the mall, and then so we had to do the
skipped
booth
that
thing, that
whole
whole thing.
thing.
She skipped that whole thing, and you did the mall thing. But then the next thing, they were like, go home, and then I think they were like, come.
Yeah, they were like,
weren't
go
they
home.
here? They were in LA.
And it was like a couple of months.
And then in like a couple months, we're gonna do like the live auditions in front of the judges, which obviously the
That was the
viewers
TV
the viewers
show.
think that that's the first audition,
Which
but
is,
obviously,
but for her it was.
right? That's not fair. That's not fair.
That's why she got second. That bitch. That bitch.
I know, it's crazy.
But yeah, then eventually they're like, come back to California. Because obviously, like, well, I don't know why when I was younger, before I did this shit, when I would watch like American Idol, and they're like, we're going to go through 50,000 auditioners with the judges
Yeah.
today. Why would I ever think that like Simon Cowell and like Paula Abdul are sitting here and listening to 50,000. That's obviously like that's impossible.
Yeah.
But of course I believed it because the TV told me that was happening. So obviously it's not real. They have to vet everyone else first. So they can still say 50,000 people auditioned, but only like a few thousand or maybe
like
even a few
actually got in
hundred
front of them.
actually go in front of like Simon Cowell and all that.
Also, when you think about it, last thing on auditions, it's just making me think of like, because I grew up watching American Idol as well.
Me too.
So like the difference between your audition in front of the judges for American Idol and your audition in front of the judges for X Factor is like so significant. Like you're literally in some small room. Like, yeah, you're in front of the judges, but it's like very intimate. You're literally like, you came straight from like never singing in front of anyone. And then you're just accepted at the US Open for whatever reason.
Just like,
and then you just
Can we watch her first audition?
I don't know if they put.
were you
Oh,
not on-
actually, they put a clip, I think, of my
Okay, so
very
it's small.
first thing, but they didn't show that I sang something. I don't actually remember what the first thing was. I sang something, and then with music, and then Simon Cowell was like, I was so scared. He was like, "Stop!" I was like, "Oh, it's over." They didn't show this part. I started singing something, and he was like, "Stop!" And I was like, "Oh no!" And he was like, "Do you have anything prepared a cappella?"
Oh shit.
And I was like, oh God. And I had one
like
other
just got my
song,
heart
but I was
start
supposed to sing it also with music, as like, because they have you prepare the 2 songs, you have a backup, whatever. But he's like, I want you to do it a cappella, no music. And I was thinking, like, dude, if I'm that bad, just tell me to leave the stage. Like, I don't want to do that, please. And they showed the clip, I think at some point they showed the clip. Yeah, maybe that one. They showed the clip at some point where I'm singing, I think, Cowboy Take Me Away by the Dixie Chicks. And I sang, it's like a 1-second clip, I believe, of me singing Cowboy Take Me Away with no music. Thankfully, the crowd was like, clapping along. But I was like, ah. He was like, cool, it sounded better. I was like, what was I don't remember what song I did the first time. It must have been terrible. Like, I had no idea.
I don't know what we're about to watch.
They had me sing 2 songs too.
That's scary. Did he stop you in the middle of one? Also, what am I wearing? Like,
Girl,
please,
you can't even talk.
please help. How all of us wore such.
I'm 13. You're so cute.
All right, sweetheart.
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Set me free, oh, I pray. Closer to heaven above.
Why do I sound like a country singer? Like, help?
Kind of into it though.
Yeah.
You really are special, and you're gonna get from me the first yes.
I'm gonna say definitely yes. I'm gonna say yes.
Get ready to scream. You have 4 yeses.
And I didn't even scream. It's so embarrassing for me. I should have. He was like, get ready to scream. I was like, thanks. Thank you. But that was also like right after he had been like, I don't know if this is gonna like, you suck.
The way that they edit the things in this.
I can't
It's
believe we
crazy.
found so many great people in this town already.
Wow.
Whoa. You know what's so funny about your audition? It's like, it obviously so much more, like you sang so much more, but it's literally just like you sang 2 lines. You're like, yes.
Yeah, that's what they showed. They
You
didn't
got
show
it.
that I like. I wish I could remember what the first song I sang was.
That's crazy.
But he was like, it's not working. So that's why when I was doing the other one, I was like, help. No music. Also, like in front of a bunch of people. So scary.
That's like
I haven't watched that in
for you.
so long. Oh, so small.
so small.
Okay, so we have more to bring up, but I think we should play a game first. Also, we should take a pee break first.
Okay.
Pee. I love a pee break.
Yeah.
Pee it
Before we
out.
play this game.
Pee it out. Then we have a
Are we
game.
playing
coming up.
X's and O's next?
X's.
And the that want me.
Did you see the video of her recently?
What did she do?
It's Elle King, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, it was bad.
Did she get canceled? What'd she do?
She like at the Dolly Parton. The Dolly.
Oh, I don't remember what she did though, but she
She
did
was
something the Dolly fans
so
did not
fucked
like.
up.
Oh,
At the
What'd she
like,
do?
it was like some tribute concert in Nashville to
for Miss Dolly and like, come on, she's
Dolly Parton. Yeah,
Dolly
thank you.
Parton, like.
And she was just like, I mean, obliterated, like sad, obliterated,
Oh,
drunk.
boy.
And she was just like saying some weird things and just like not really taking the show seriously. And like people were just like really like, that's super
Dude,
disrespectful.
I've never gotten drunk before getting on stage because I'm scared of like, I don't know. You don't know what could go wrong. I actually,
God.
one time before my last show on my first tour, like we took like a couple shots and I went up there and it was fine. But the whole time I was thinking like, I don't want to be singing. I want to go play. Like this is so ass. And I was like, I don't know how people Actually, I think for some people it makes it like more fun for them on stage. But I was like, I'd rather be like hanging out with my crew like backstage and being silly than being drunk on stage with a bunch of people watching me. I was like, oh no.
I feel like I never did like most of my life. I was like, you remember? I don't know if you remember. Like I was I don't know if I was this way on the show, but I'm very much like vocal warm ups.
You were that way. You were that way. Sometimes like we'd be gabbing and then we'd be like, Carly, and you'd be like. You're like, okay, girl.
That's so real.
But now I actually am that girl because I obviously had vocal damage eventually. So now I do that before shows. But at the
we also
time,
need to talk about too.
yeah, we'll get into.
Can we take a pee
those.
break and then get
Yeah.
into the
Girl,
vocal
go
damage?
Oh, but you do.
Oh.
Now you don't
Well-
do that anymore before shows.
No,
I was never that girl. I'm a fucking
definitely
rock
do.
star. I don't. What y'all do? I don't do.
Do you
I
warm
just-
up at all?
I just get hype.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, see,
And I
I'm
go
like
for
sitting
fun.
alone. I'm like,
That's why I got this tattoo on me. Smile, mouth, open mind. Because that means like smile mouth, you sing better when you have an open smile mouth, and open mind, just let the performance just kind of like take over you.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm too like
Yeah.
analytical.
Me
and,
too. I'm, like, too in
obsessive
my
for
head.
that. I have
I'm
too
like-
much mental illness for that. I'm like,
Same.
I mean, I've got some too.
I just
but
have like
think that-
I have like the wrong kind of mental illness to be a
no,
good performer.
never say that mental illness is wrong. It's right for you.
That's true.
Like, please never say that it's wrong.
But you know what I mean? Like
seriously.
certain ones I feel like
It
will help
doesn't-
you
it
be like,
doesn't
woo! And mine is
cater
like,
to
what
being
if everyone
a
hates you and thinks that
singer.
you're bad and ugly? And I'm like, okay, perfect. It's ideal.
La 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 la.
Warm-ups.
Let's take a break from our show to talk about our sponsor, Mastermind Media. So we're in their production studio in Hollywood, California, but they don't just do only what we're doing. Let me let Carly tell you about what they do.
Okay, well, there's way more to tell. So we have social media management, logos, graphic design, commercials, digital content production. Mastermind Media can do all that you need in that area.
And exactly, so hit them up because you will get a 15% discount with your first purchase if you just mention that the X Factor sent you.
Yes, and that's mastermindmedia.com. Hit them up there. Now let's get back into the show.
Okay, Sharpay.
Pee break is over. And now we have a fun little game for us all to get to know each other on a deeper level. Not really. It's a
ominous.
stupid little game. It's a little game. It's called X's and O's.
Okay.
And basically, we're just going to talk about some things, see what we like, what we hate.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Go
love to
from there.
hate things. Perfect.
Hating.
I
Bee
think
loves to
hating
be a hater.
unites. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Ready for our first topic?
First topic is long drives.
1, 2, 3.
Explain, please.
For me, I guess it kind of depends on the circumstance. Like, I don't want to be the person driving on long drives, except for when I first got my license, and I love to just, like, get in my car and drive, because, like, obviously that's so fun. But now, if someone else is driving that I think is a good driver and it doesn't make me anxious, and we just, like, don't actually necessarily talk, we play music, and we maybe drive up the PCH, or just, like, drive through, like, Mulholland at night or something, I think that's actually really
How
nice.
long, though, are we talking? Because, like, there's some people who will drive, like, 12 hours and be like, I don't
Oh
have
yeah,
to stop.
I wasn't thinking road trip. That's like road trip. A
Okay.
long drive
What's
could
a
be
long
like
drive to
drive
you?
around like for like 2-3 hours.
Okay.
Maybe you like get on like maybe 2 hours. You like drive up somewhere. Maybe you stop. Maybe I'm kind of thinking of like.
2-3 hours.
And you like you drive around. You park. You kind of look at a view somewhere. You talk. You get back in. You drive around. You listen to music. I think it's nice.
Okay.
So you were thinking it's longer.
To me, I'm thinking longer, but also even with that, like, I feel like to like I need a I need a destination. So like so unless it's like the most beautiful drive ever and it's just like fun to look out the window and listen to music and like whatever, have that time. But I just feel like often I don't have a license. So let's just start
What?
with that. No, I don't have a license.
Girl.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Wait, I don't either. Mine just expired.
It expired on your birthday and you still haven't gotten it replaced?
having license is
It's been like a month
Having
and a half.
license is a big no.
No.
I have
Because if
one.
you're gonna be a passenger princess,
Normally I am. Unless it's with someone who's a bad driver. And then I'm like,
Yeah.
And the whole time I'm like, oh, the brake lights. Oh my God, brake.
Right?
I'm such a backseat driver. If I see brake lights and my friend is just like, la la, I'm like, bitch. And they hate that.
I said no because I got into a really bad crash in 2016 to 18. I don't know.
Were you
Where-
driving? Or what happened?
I was driving.
Oh.
I have a Jeep, and I was driving. It was my fault. I was I was changing music, and all of a sudden I look up, everybody's braked. So
It was on the freeway?
It was on the freeway. So I crashed, and now I don't drive anymore.
Did you total your car? Was it like
I did total my car. I did.
Oh no.
I
Did you
did.
have like bad injuries?
No. But the woman in the car tried to pretend like her neck was hurt. I said, womp womp. No, you don't. No, you don't.
I love womp womp.
Womp womp.
So she was like, no, you're right. I don't actually have a neck injury.
No,
so
'cause
she
I
didn't like
never
sue
got
you
that
into like the moon.
charge. I never got that charge. But
Perfect.
she walks off the car like, I said, womp womp.
I would only do that if the person driving was a man.
Right? Right.
If someone hit me, I'd be like, and it was a guy. If it was a girl, I'd be like, no, it actually did happen to
We're
me.
fine,
This girl
we're
hit
fine.
me, and she like got out of the car, and she's like, oh my God. My car was fine. I was fine. I was like, girl, listen, let's just drive away. We don't have to talk about it. She was
Yeah.
like, thank you. I
Wow.
was like, there was no damage to my
Yeah,
car
yeah,
or my
yeah.
body. I was
Yeah,
like, it's
yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
We don't have to do this.
Yeah.
If it had been a man, I would have walked out like, or if it was like a really nice car.
Right?
I mean, yeah, you got a
Right.
context clue.
Like, yay, insurance fraud. Let's promote it. Perfect.
Oh, God.
But she didn't come for
No,
you.
she didn't come for me. Because I looked at her and I said,
Womp womp.
your neck ain't hurting. I know for a fact it ain't hurting. Because I hit you hard, but not that hard. Your airbag
Was her
didn't
car
even come
totaled
out.
too?
No, just the back of her little shit.
She was fine.
The airbags didn't even come out. Neither for mine or for hers. So
Oh, you're
we
fine.
good.
You're fine. Yeah, she's fine. Sounds like a drama
Okay,
queen.
next question.
You really crack me up.
The next topic is Ariana Grande. In particular, Ariana Grande and SpongeBob.
X.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, they're gonna come for
you're
me, but it's
thinking about
fine. With the SpongeBob guy?
I've been with a SpongeBob.
Oh, that particular SpongeBob?
No, I see what you mean.
no.
I've also been with a SpongeBob, but I didn't steal that SpongeBob from someone with a pregnant
Yes.
wife.
Are we condoning cheating?
I didn't steal my SpongeBob either, but I've been with a SpongeBob. I know how nurturing it is to be with a SpongeBob because you with a
I
guy
just look like an
that's equally
asshole.
as beautiful as you. They don't treat you as well.
I don't know.
Yeah, but
She
you can
still stole
find you
him.
can find probably like literally more than 1 billion ugly guys if that's what you
You
want.
can, but like,
But you can find a
Ariana Grande
single
can't
ugly
go
guy.
outside
True,
to
true.
the grocery store and just go without being bombarded. Like, she
I'm
found
also-
her SpongeBob on set, and yes, he had a baby.
I
I'm not-
want to clarify it's mostly his fault. Like I'm not trying to put all the blame on
Yeah,
her.
it's him. He
It's
jumped ship.
like you're an asshole guy. But
Yeah, I don't know.
but
I
I personally, if I knew somebody was married and like had a kid on the way, I wouldn't try to have sex with them. That's just me personally.
I do agree
Okay, so
with
Diamond's
that.
got an X and an O up. This is
Yeah.
a new thing that's a game.
It's just
He's
because
neutral
like
on the
I
topic.
feel for Ariana. Like I need a ugger. You know, I need a ugger like a.
Little
'cause
ugly.
They'll treat me right.
I don't know. I've been
But
treated really shittily by really ugly people. So.
I've been treated shittily by ugly people as well. So it's like,
so
I'd rather
why
be
do
treated
we want
shitty
a
by someone
SpongeBob?
hot.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna be treated shitty, at least like
but
look at him and
I
be
feel
like, or
there
her,
are
be like, fuck
conversations
yeah.
that we don't know that have happened. So, because if Ariana Grande is holding this man's baby, the wife had to have been involved in some kind of way.
Wait, she's pregnant?
No, like she's been holding the SpongeBob's baby.
SpongeBob's baby.
What is that man's actual name?
We don't know. It's SpongeBob.
Okay, perfect. I'm like, I don't know.
He doesn't deserve it.
Yeah, again, it's his fault.
I don't
Like,
know.
he's
I
the
feel
asshole,
like-
but still.
I feel like I should be an X, and I'm choosing X. I'm choosing X
Okay.
just because it's not all right. But I can understand.
Wanting
I
an
can understand-
ugly,
yeah,
someone
that
whose
situation.
league you are far
I
out.
know.
I wish I wanted SpongeBob sometimes, but I never find myself wanting them.
No, I never find myself wanting SpongeBob, but I've had a SpongeBob.
I've never even let it get to the point where a SpongeBob and I are like,
Entertaining each other.
yeah, like
What I need is a Patrick.
A little pushing for your cushion.
calling all Patrick stars.
Like, wait, should we just like Google who played Patrick to his SpongeBob in his little live show and just call him?
No.
Be like, hey, do we have a
metaphorically.
girl for you?
metaphorically?
All right.
all right.
Next one is Taylor Swift.
Oh, in general?
Yeah.
In general?
Ooh, I might
No, I'll rephrase that.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Taylor Swift's stylist because
Girl.
No. We all said X. I actually think there are a few celebrity stylists who, I mean,
Should be
jail,
fired immediately.
prison. Like,
She did eat in that green dress, though.
Which one?
The green
I
one.
do remember that because I was like, in comparison to all the other red carpet looks, this one doesn't make
The
me
Grammy
upset.
one?
she wore a
Come
Skipperelli
on.
dress with a basic bang and some like
And
wet
like,
dried
why
hair.
do you have to do
I don't know.
Skipperelli's name like that? Like Skipperelli's, I'm obsessed.
I
I
don't-
also didn't really like her hair
Oh,
at
it was
the
horrible.
Grammys.
Oh, it was terrible.
But I think like she has looked so stunning in certain things, but it's rare. I'm like, I don't.
actually looked
I'm like,
really
I don't
good
know
at the
why
Super
they
Bowl,
put
I feel
her in
like.
certain
She might be overriding
outfits. I'm like,
people's
why does
decisions.
she do that?
Yeah. I think, I don't know. Yeah. I think
Yeah, her stylist. I don't know why you would do somebody who's like probably the most famous person alive that
entire
dirty.
world.
Like, I don't know why. Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, sorry, Swifties. It's really not on her name. It's on her stylist's name.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's a good way to put
it's not
it.
cute. She's
way
too
to
cute
put
to
it.
have such bad fits.
Next topic, country music and Beyonce in particular getting into country music.
Oh. I have two answers for that depending on country music is not for me. Beyonce will probably destroy it.
What?
Destroy in a good way.
Oh.
Sorry. She will probably win the genre.
I'm going to say
This is not the first time Beyonce has ever went country, though. I feel like y'all are missing that point. She had, and I can't remember the song, but
what song did she go country on before?
it's like talking about her dad. Y'all don't know because y'all don't listen to Beyonce, but on her fucking album, what? Daddy lessons. Yes, she went down home.
I did not know that.
Come on. Yeah, this is not her first. She's from Houston,
This is not
Texas.
Wait, guys, can I do a really bad dad joke? Mm-hmm. This is not her
I don't have
first
one, so-
rodeo.
It's not her first rodeo.
That's really, really bad.
Thank
It's
you.
really bad.
Woo, woo,
but I loved
woo.
it.
Next topic, TikTok.
TikTok?
X.
Oh.
I'm going to go with both X and O because as a consumer, I do like TikTok. I spend a lot of time on that app, to be honest. But as an artist, I don't like it. As someone in music, I don't like
Oh,
it.
yeah. I can agree with that. As an artist, I don't like TikTok. But my TikTok right now, because I don't know if you know this is a deep subject, but I've been getting into more like spiritual areas in my life.
I've noticed.
And you've noticed how?
Because you posted about the aura.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But I'm just getting closer to like source and like that whole thing. And TikTok has helped me a lot through like if I need a message, it'll be like, and I don't even speak this shit out loud. It's just a thought. Like then like some video on TikTok will be like, and who cares if it's real or it's not, but it's what I needed to see to move forward in my life. So that's what I like TikTok for, because my whole page is just like my mom's now, which is like crazy, just about like spirituality and God and faith. And I know that's not, you know, for everybody, but I've just been becoming more myself, not through TikTok. It's like more so through the Bible, but TikTok will have me sitting there like, oh shit, maybe, because no coincidence is a coincidence. Like, coincidences do not exist. And if I didn't speak something out of my mouth and I only thought it, why am I seeing this video on my For You page saying that it's for me?
I've never thought about it like that.
Yeah, but it's discernment that you have to have with that type of thing.
Of course, yeah. I mean, I think I'm probably very quick to be too skeptical with things.
Yeah.
So, like, I think that...
I'm skeptical, too, but it's like, once you feel something, you feel it. And you
Yeah. No, I think, I don't know, maybe So I originally put up just an X. Maybe I'll add in, like, a quarter of an O, because I think that there are some things that I feel like I learn from TikTok. Like, there's... I don't know, like, I'm a big like restaurant person, like finding new restaurants, and like I feel like I find a lot of that type of stuff on TikTok, and like recipes or just like little hacks and shit that's like the whole thing. And sometimes I definitely will be getting on that, but yeah, I mean, to me as an artist, TikTok does not come naturally to me. And I think we're obviously living in an age as artists and young artists, like, where it's the thing, and some people just really fucking get it, and like some people don't, and it comes harder to them. And for me, I feel like I'm one of those people, and it's like it really has become some sort of a barrier to entry that like you really have to navigate as an artist. So like I don't know, I think that like we live in a very interesting time to be artists. So like from that perspective, it's a big ol' X.
Yeah.
But I understand the O.
Yeah.
Well, I'm curious to see your answers on this one.
Okay.
And this will be the last one, so we can get on track.
Yeah.
Milk.
That's an X for me.
Well,
Like
on.
cow's milk?
I'm an almond girl.
okay. I'm
I'm
sorry.
an oat
I'm
girl.
not that LA
I know
yet.
oat. I know oat has been canceled now, but I actually don't care. Like,
No,
Milk in general.
No. Hold. Okay, let me explain. First of all, everyone,
she's like, shut up.
I've put up an O. Let me defend myself against milk. I have never liked milk on its own. Like, I've literally, ever since I was young, I would never just like drink a glass of cow's milk. It like grosses me out to this day. But if I'm at a coffee shop and I'm getting like a latte or something like that, personally, I've found that with all the alternative milks, nothing tastes as good to me as if I get it with like, I don't even get, I do like a 2% or a skim milk. Like I do that. I think it tastes way better. I think an almond milk.
You're not lactose intolerant.
I'm not. But I don't like milk on its own. But like to me with coffee, nothing else gives me that satisfaction. That's my take.
That's fair, because before oat milk, I can't get behind almond milk. It like leaves that film on your tongue. So does soy milk. It's not for me.
Yeah.
And so before oat milk like really became, I feel like, the most popular milk replacement, I would put half and half in my coffee, which is like really crazy to me now because I don't put milk in anything anymore. Unless I'm making like a mac and cheese or something like from scratch, maybe then I will.
Like, what are you gonna put in almond?
But yeah, then I feel like that would taste weird. But I only do that. Like I don't do that very
Macadamia
often.
milk and mac and cheese.
Yeah, I don't like macadamia milk. But
I think
to
it's
be fair,
gross.
I did used to put half and half in my coffee until I got on board with oat milk. And now I've actually seen a lot of discourse about how oat milk is like worse for the environment than regular milk somehow. But like, who knows? I kind of honestly, at the end of the day, think probably like everything we do as like a species with this many people is going to be fucking terrible for the planet. So I'm kind of like, at this point,
choose your battles.
At this point, I'm kind of like, oh, it's kind of like, I've seen videos of like little baby cows like getting taken away from their moms so that we can drink their milk. And I'm like, ugh, it's not like super awesome. So I'm gonna stay on the oat milk, even if it like, I don't know, is poisoning me. Like everything else is, in my opinion. So
Almond milk, girl. I can't taste the difference.
between almond and oat and regular, or just almond and oat?
I like almond milk. I just
Like that's your
I
preference.
can't, but I can't taste. I can like through texture.
Oh, we're gonna have to do a taste test.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like
we
if we blindfolded you, you'd be able to
If
tell.
you went to like a really good coffee shop, I'd
Next
take you to
door.
a really good
Go next door. It's called File Systems of Coffee. It's right here on the corner. So
Okay,
there you
so
go.
So basically, what's gonna happen is we're gonna blindfold you. We're gonna get you a latte with regular milk, and we're gonna get you a latte with almond milk.
We should do one of those videos that people do on TikTok where you put like a box that covers
Yeah.
and then straws, and we have Diamond try all the milks and just
Never
see
seen
which.
that. Well, let's do it.
You never seen that? People used to do it also when like someone had COVID a few years ago. They'd put like a bunch of really different drinks, like even like vodka, like really like shit that like you would be able to tell, and they'll drink it out of a straw and be like, I don't know, water.
God, that's horrible.
Crazy.
Yeah, but anyway, okay.
okay.
Well, that was X's and O's, you guys. Thanks for
Loved it.
Thanks for playing.
I
B.
loved playing. I love games.
Games are fun. Games are fun.
We have a photo that would be great to discuss for you guys.
Okay. Oh God.
what?
The iconic YOLO beanie back to haunt me again. Oh my God. I brought that beanie home. They let me keep that one. And then it was kind of like
Definitely so stoked.
just that. I got to keep some of the custom hats that they eventually made for me because of my like whole
You got
snapback
custom
thing.
hats?
Yeah, they made like because at the time they were like calling my fans beasts, which I hate. I think that's really dumb.
I did not remember that.
And so they made me a hat that said "I'm a beast" on it, which is with like with BEA capitalized. So cringe, so awful. Because I like wore a snapback, I guess, every Thursday. I don't know what even started that. And so they let me keep the ones that they made for some reason, and then they let me take that home. I think it's because Marina, the stylist, she was my girl. She was
Marina.
She was just like, I love to dress
of
you
her.
in this funky, goofy stuff, so you can keep this hat. And so I guess I really
like, no one else
even
got
match
it.
the
yeah, that's
outfit.
true. I guess I really liked the YOLO beanie at the time. So she let me take it home, and then it became like an ongoing thing where my friends, whenever they would come over, it was like, who's wearing the YOLO beanie today?
God,
and they
that's
would
hilarious.
I think eventually like one of my friends took it and it's gone. But yeah. Yeah, that's
Oh, baby.
yeah.
What do we say about the crib?
I don't remember who styled my hair, but whoever that was, why did you do me so dirty?
I've
look
never
mixed race.
seen a white girl
You
with
look
this
mixed
hair
race.
texture.
Like, what the fuck? Like, she crimped my hair, or he, I don't actually remember who it was. Whoever it was crimped my, and I'm like, it is giving that Kevin James
smirk.
It's giving mixed chicks. For real.
And plus
Yeah,
Kevin
like,
James.
I'm literally just like the whitest
Wait,
person
can we
alive.
find
I'm like,
the
that is
Kevin
just
James
so, like, who the
photo?
fuck?
The Kevin James photo where he's smirking.
It's so
It's
that
literally
is,
being.
but
the
I
Disney
remember,
smirk.
I remember the person, whoever it was. I actually feel like it was a guy, maybe, but he was like, "We're gonna crimp your hair." This was the first episode, the first live show. And he said, "We're gonna crimp your hair," and I was thinking like one of the big crimpers that's like the 3, and they're like
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
what I
wide
have in my
crimps.
front
Yeah,
kind
like
of right
that.
now.
I was thinking like that, and then he pulled out one where every crimp was like obviously that size, and he starts on like just the first section of my very thick hair, and it's already. And I was like, but by the time we finished it, I hated it, and I actually cried, and then it was too late, and I had to get on.
I
like
cried for the first episode of live shows as well.
It's really dropped.
Go! I got eliminated fucking twice. What the fuck are you talking about?
Wait.
It's so accurate.
next
You're doing the
door.
same smile.
I'm doing the same. That's bad.
Wow, it's giving the same.
That's awesome.
Man. Well,
Like if
can we
anyone's listening
watch?
and not watching, I feel like they're gonna know the Kevin James meme. They're
You're
gonna
gonna
know.
know the
They're
Kevin
gonna know.
James
I'm making that
meme.
face.
See, that's
Yeah.
a good photo, but you're in a snapback.
Well, at least I didn't fuck up my hair that bad this
Your
time.
hair looks cool.
Oh,
there.
you know what's like? I had these collection of bracelets, and I actually just really liked bracelets. And at the time, I didn't know that like it kind of could be like if you self harm, you wear bracelets to cover it.
Did they
and
make that a part of your story?
They didn't make it a part of my story. I just liked bracelets, and then I would have other like young girls come up to me and be like, "Oh, like thank you for being like so brave with the bracelets on TV." And I was like,
Oh my god.
how are bracelets? I really didn't know.
no, of course.
And then I felt horrible. And then when I got home, I cut them off because I was like, I don't want people to think that I was like
Oh,
trying
that's
to
such
like.
a crazy-
I was like, oh, like I'm so sorry. Like please, like you know, like stay strong. But I really, and I had no idea. I literally just liked bracelets.
No,
Those are
I
probably
did
so
too.
dusty
I did
and
too.
stinky and mildewy. I wore them in the shower. I wore them everywhere.
I
They
used
were
to have like
gross.
the Live Strong bracelets. Like not the
Yeah.
Live Strong, but like all those types of like elasticy bracelets. I used to have those all over.
And I refuse to take them off. Oh my
That's
God.
all of us.
Carly, what is going on with those
Carly,
glasses?
what? What's the glasses?
What is going on?
I mean,
It's giving
what?
like Alex Dunphy. Like it's giving.
Also, why am I like?
Why Aaron's trying to like get you in the picture and we're like hee hee and you're like it looks like you weren't actually
like,
there.
I like maybe I didn't know how to talk to guys. Like maybe he was too close to me.
I feel like we look cute, Diamond.
You guys all look cute.
No offense, Carly, you
I
look
like
really
the
uncomfortable.
Nerd who just like
Yeah, you look
accidentally
like-
showed up to the
also,
party.
whoever put
nobody
you
invited.
in those half neon green, half black jeans
hell
with a
with
pink
them.
belt, and then it was probably Marina.
still
Marina,
have
I
that
love you, but
jacket.
that
You still have it?
I still have
fuchsia
it.
shirt and the green and I think I'm wearing like acid wash jeans.
Yeah, you're definitely wearing acid
Yeah.
wash.
Oh my.
They wanted Carly to be classy.
Yeah, you were
right?
classy and we were just like weird.
Aaron to be
I'm
that
sorry,
like
that's not classy. That's
footballer.
a nerd
At the time, like
who
2012.
accidentally showed up to the party.
I feel like 2012. That's like nice girl.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was definitely
nice
like
girl.
nice
We were the rebels, bro. We
Yeah,
were
you
like
were
the
rebels.
fucking
Yeah.
Aaron was like the player.
Yeah, he
Like-
was like,
and he.
Oh.
oh,
On that note,
doesn't Aaron have a kid?
Yes.
Did he have a kid when he was like 20?
Yeah, and we also have been trying to get him here.
Is he too cool?
He's too cool.
That makes sense.
No, he said he was down. He's
Oh,
just
really?
like-
I mean, he was always nice to me. I mean, we got eliminated at the same time. We went home together. We ate Slim Jims and cried in the car. Like, it was really nice.
way.
Wait,
Oh,
let's
yeah.
talk about that.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
talk about that.
When we, so,
You got eliminated with Aaron? I didn't remember that.
yeah, we went home the same
I don't
night.
remember that.
We went home the same night. I think he got eliminated first, right off the bat, and then I had to do the Save
Can
Me
we
song
pull
with
that
Cece. Cece also lived with me for a while after X Factor, but I got eliminated. Then I had to do Save Me song again. So they eliminated the
Wait, I
first
forgot
person.
about Save Me song.
Yeah, we
I
all
had
had a
to do
Save
so
Me
many
song.
of those.
Yeah, I only had to do it once, and they were like, "Get
Wait,
the fuck
what
outta
is that?
here."
Like you're in the
We
bottom
all had
or
a
something?
song that was prepped where once it got like I think that they would eliminate one person for sure. It'd be like you have the least amount of votes, you're going home, and then the people with the second, like the two people who had like the second and third least amount of votes would have to sing off, like battle each other basically, where you had a Save Me song.
Not at all.
Because she was never in the bottom.
Yeah, you probably only had to learn one Save Me song and you never had to again. Because if you had to keep
Yeah.
doing them, you had to keep learning more.
Exactly.
But I don't even remember this just like as like part of the
Yeah,
show.
we all had a song because she was never having to do it.
She was never having to
but
do
we all had a song that we like had to have prepared for if we were in the bottom two. And so Aaron got sent home, and then I had to do my song against Cece. And Cece felt so bad. She was like, "You're my sister. I'm sorry." Like she was the best. She was like, "I'm so sorry. This is
she was
awful."
so sweet.
But also,
Oh, so it was,
my
like,
vocal
against
cord
groups?
had hemorrhage. No, it was like her. She would do her song to try to be like, "I'm still like I should deserve to be here because look at how good I am at singing." And then I do the same thing, be like, "I deserve
Right,
to
but
be
it was
here."
like kids, like it didn't matter.
Yeah,
like,
it was just
like
whoever
two
got the least
teams.
votes.
Oh, okay.
It was whoever got the least votes, I think. Because also Aaron and I were both obviously in the kids, and we both got sent home that week. I think it was just kind of like whoever has the least. But my vocal cord had hemorrhaged that week at the show before, which basically just means it like split open, was bleeding. It was a mess. Because I wasn't professionally like trained really how to sing. And so the
Shout out Dr. Nasiri.
Shout out Dr. Nasiri, still my voice doctor to this day. I love that man. But he basically, I like woke up that morning and like couldn't, the day that I got eliminated, and couldn't sing, couldn't speak, couldn't do anything. I was so scared. And basically I had to like get a shot of adrenaline. And I think I actually might have been like, no, I don't want that. I'm too scared. And then I think my mom like pretended to get a shot to make me feel better. I don't really know. But then I was like standing behind the doors where like they open up and you come out to sing your Save Me song. And I was sobbing. And I was looking at my mom and Dr. Nasiri and being like a no sound was coming out. And I was like, I'm about to go on live television at 13 years old and croak. Like I was just like, what is gonna happen? But Dr. Nasiri basically, I guess, like told the producers, like, I don't care. Like if she's in the bottom, great. Like perfect. She's gotta go home either way. But if she's not, she still put her in the bottom. So to this day, I don't know. Like I might have actually needed to go home that week, or I might not have. I don't know. But he basically, I guess, like told the producers, like, if she doesn't go home today, she'll never sing again. Like, she's got to stop. She can't keep doing this. Because my shit was like, it was terrible. He was like, it's like running with like a broken leg. Like, you can't do that. And so I don't know if you guys remember, like, you probably, I literally couldn't speak to you that day. Like, I was like in a panic. I was like, what is going on? And so he told the producers, he, I think, actually wanted me to just get eliminated, like, instead of Aaron, and then Aaron would do the Save Me song. But instead, I think they wanted the drama, I'm sure.
Of course.
And so they made me do my Save Me song, even though I couldn't sing. And that's why I'm, like, sobbing and crying. I don't even know how I did this. My adrenaline came in crazy because I hadn't been able to speak all day.
Vocal. She has the best personality. She's the whole package. This is Beatrice Miller.
Ew, Beatrice? Who is that? Whenever I'm ignoring my friends, they send me that gif. When I like not texting back. So right before those doors opened, I was crying. Look at my face. I was sobbing. Because I couldn't speak. And Dr. Sears on one side, my mom was on the other behind those doors.
Oh my God,
and I was like, no sound's gonna come out. I was so scared. I don't remember what it sounded like.
I will go down with this.
But you can hear that my chords are not connecting. Like it's.
I won't put my hand up
I have chills.
surrender.
Oh, I want to give her a hug.
You think that I shouldn't still love you.
This was
Drama.
That's awful.
Didn't say it. Well, I'd still have felt it. Where's the sense in that?
I think my adrenaline just like.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I don't know how I did that.
I'm not trying to make your life harder.
Okay, slay.
sound good.
We were.
Oh.
I will go down with this ship.
This song is kind of
I won't put
It's all
sad
very
for the moment.
I'm like gonna cry. I feel
Yeah.
bad for her.
I get it.
There will be no white flag above my door.
Hit every note.
I'm in love. Always.
love Dido.
We were 13. And when we meet, which I'm sure we will.
Aw.
The emotion.
I literally was in the most pain. I actually don't think I've been in this much pain probably since then.
I let it pass.
Ugh, like it hurts me to
Yeah,
listen
we
to
can
it.
hold.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I actually, and then I came off and Dr. Nasir was like, I don't know how, like your adrenaline, because you know, like I guess like people can like lift cars
We've
and shit
actually
when they're.
mentioned that in a past episode.
Because
It's
I don't know how that happened, but yeah. Then
like
they were
that's
like,
so
oh, but then
much of
Aaron and
our
I were in
experience.
the car going home. They were like, get the fuck out of here, and we made the driver stop at a 7-Eleven so we could get Slim Jims. And we ate them, and we were sad on the back of the car, and I like couldn't speak, and I was just eating my Slim Jim.
Oh, that's so epic and tragic.
Yeah, I'm like, but I love it. I'm like, what a good story.
I mean, it's a great story now. Like everything turned out fine. Wow.
yeah,
Hit.
look at us.
Aw, Britt.
Yeah, I'm like, let's
Little
like,
did
I'm
we
like,
know.
that was sad, but here's this cute.
Little did we know Britney was going through all that shit too.
I know.
Oh my God,
And Brittany
wait.
was so nice to us.
She was nice.
She was so sweet.
Well,
There was
Oh, was she not nice to you?
I didn't see her.
Really? And I didn't like see her, but every time she did have like a few words spoken to me, they were always like, "Oh, like, how are you? Like, hope you're doing good." Like,
Yeah, it was like
talented,
that.
yay. Like, it never. I feel like if she, oh really? I always felt like if she was going through something, she didn't let me. I didn't realize. I mean, I was also naive and 13, but I didn't realize.
Like, okay, Brittany's here. Like the producer being like, okay, Brittany,
Yeah.
now you're talking to B or now you're talking to Carly. Like, kind of here's what you have to say. Like to me, I remember it more like it was a script and she'd
Yeah,
like say
I
what was
remember
said.
it
But then like after and
that way,
before,
too.
there might have been a few like pleasantries. Like,
me, there
how are you
was
doing? Like da da da.
oh,
For me, it was action. Hi, Diamond. Cut.
you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, though, I think she was only nice to me because at the time my mom had a Yorkie who was there. Because my mom, I don't know if you guys remember Leroy.
Leroy, that
He was there because my
familiar.
mom was like one of those crazy like dog ladies. She was like, I gotta have my little dog everywhere. I was honestly glad to have him, but she like carried him under her shoulder like or her armpit everywhere she went. And Brittany wanted a she wanted a Yorkie at the
Yorkie?
time, and she did get one actually after the show was over. And I think that she probably was speaking to me in between takes because my mom was
About
sitting
your
there with the
Yorkie?
Yorkie, so we would talk about
this
the
one?
Yorkie.
Oh,
This was my
This
last
is your
one.
favorite. This is like probably your favorite.
This is my fave. But you can hear when I'm like, and that's, I think, how I ruined my own life.
Your hair honestly looks cool there.
Yeah, I did think that. I think this was also maybe my best outfit.
Yeah,
I
you
can't
look
believe
cool.
we did this shit at 13.
I don't know if I could do this today.
That's
don't
what
know
I've
if I
said.
could-
That I don't think I could.
I don't think I could.
But what a time.
Yeah. Later. Shut up, bitch. I think I just loved this song. I was happy they
Yeah.
let me do it. Because it was my suggestion. They normally didn't take those.
Right? Let's talk
They
about
never
that.
let you do it. But this one, I was like, what if I did Iris and they let me do it? I was shocked.
I never got to do any of the songs I wanted to do.
What songs did you do? Oh, here's where I like really ruined my life. Like that that I used to do all the time.
Wow.
It's not good.
Look at you running.
It's like making
I
me
mean, your
tired.
stage presence was amazing. Like you were
I was really like, gotta pay off my mommy's bills. Like, help.
Like you really like carried yourself like you've been performing for like forever.
Thanks. I don't know what that was, but why does
I
Debbie
like
look like she's
that.
gonna cry? Like in a bad way. Like she looks like she's. I actually think she didn't like this one. I think she said this wasn't the right song for me.
I remember you did that. I remember you went
Broken, broken.
I loved it. I remember hearing that.
Thanks.
Oh, dude! Aw,
Cute.
you were so baby.
Little.
Oh my god. Yeah. Wow.
So baby.
What songs? I don't even remember all the songs I did. I don't remember what everybody else did. What songs did you do that you were like, I don't want to do that?
Every single fucking one. What do you
What was like the
mean?
worst one?
The worst one?
Like the worst song choice?
Hey, soul sister.
Was that at the house?
No, that
That
was
was
the
at a
first
live show?
I feel like we all hated our first live show.
Sister. What the fuck am I singing about Hey Soul Sister for?
It's so fucked up.
I mean, I be doing something.
That song was like, I feel like, but that's fucked, because it's like, how are you supposed to show off any vocal range in that song? Your lipstick stain, it's all la 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 la, like, it's giving,
Hated.
it's giving one flat note.
Listen, did you get to pick your songs?
Fuck no.
Girl.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Okay.
I specifically, I had a moment like you did with the crying on the first live show because they made me dress like Britney Spears and do like a whole
yeah.
Britney-esque like.
Wait, I kind of want to see that. I don't remember that outfit. But I feel like that's
I will
like,
never forget that outfit. I was wearing like a schoolgirl skirt,
that's fucked up.
but like I wasn't like a hot kid. I wasn't like a you know what I mean? So it was just
but
like,
then
if
after that
Britney did
also
it,
they-
if Britney did it when she was that age, like she would probably be like, oh, she's like a really
I mean,
pretty
she
young
basically
girl.
did. Wasn't she like 16? in
Yeah,
that
but
video?
you could tell that she was like a hot like.
But
she
it's
was
also weird that they
weird.
switched
She would be
up
good
from
looking.
whatever that was to then putting you as like the good.
I think no,
nice
literally
girl.
because though
That's-
I had a breakdown. Like I had a breakdown. Yeah, I like was like I'm not doing this. I was like I'm not doing this.
What
I don't
song
feel
were you
comfortable.
singing?
Good feeling.
Oh.
But it wasn't like it was like I think it was like the Flo Rida version. Oh, it was bad. It was bad.
I think it's also gross that like adults were like, let's put this 13-year-old girl on live television in a schoolgirl outfit.
Yeah.
It's giving
Yeah, it's giving not so great. Anyway,
side eye.
side eye. We have one more game to kind of do before we start to wrap this up.
Oh, I'm like, I could gab and gab and
Oh,
gab.
we're not quite done yet.
Okay.
It's something that we all know, we all love. It's called a Truth or Dare.
I love Truth or Dare.
Yeah. Okay, Truth or Dare time. Who's going first?
So we just pull this out first and then we'll know if it's a truth or a dare?
Yep.
And we have to do it.
Wait, I think that we should add a component to this.
Okay.
If you don't want to do it, you take a shot.
I mean, you've seen me take a shot, but...
Or you take a sip of water.
No,
Sip of
because then
water,
there's
boring. Then we could just do that every time.
Fine, then just do it. I'm trying to
What
give
if I don't
somebody
want to do it?
no outs.
I'll take
Okay,
that.
no outs.
maybe.
No outs.
All right,
I have to go
we'll see.
first?
Nothing's too crazy.
You're the guest, yes.
Guest goes first.
Okay, I'm scared. Okay. Oh, okay. Truth going out. So this is like what I think about going out, like
Just
what, like for like
something like
partying.
yeah, like something like what's like a kind of like story about going out that you think would like get.
Oh,
What's interesting? What's a crazy B. Miller night out story?
Ooh, I have one for you because
For
it was
me?
your birthday.
my birthday. What did we do on my birthday?
We had to pee so bad on that bus.
Oh, is that when we like peed in cans on a moving bus?
Yes.
Yeah, did I do that? I can't remember. This was my 21st birthday. I was so drunk. I got a party bus. The party bus came and picked all of us up at my house. And then we took the party bus to, because I was the last one to turn 21. I've always been like the baby. Actually, though, you're the baby.
Yeah, I am.
But at the time, like I was like, oh, like turn 21, let's get the party bus. And there was no bathroom on the party bus. And we took the party bus from my house to my friend's house in Orange County with a big yard. And we like played drinking games in the yard all day. And then the party bus took us home. But I can't remember which direction it was. We did really have to pee. Did you actually do it? I don't remember. I was so drunk.
I remember I went to your house and there were people trying to get in. I peed in the bushes right next to your door.
That's good. Honestly, that's fair. I have peed
had
in
to.
public so many times. That's really my real tea about going out. I pee in public everywhere. I know you're not supposed to do that. I could get like a public nudity.
Yeah.
Like no, I'm really not trying to be like an offender of any kind. But I always make sure there are no kids around. Like it's fine.
Yeah,
like, no one's
no
seeing
kids.
my holes. But yeah, we
Right.
definitely peed in cans on the party bus or in bushes.
Okay. I know, so I'm trying to get like interesting ones. Dare, play a snippet of unreleased music.
Ooh. What you got? I love the Sharpays.
Load.
She was the real hero of that story.
She was.
100%.
She deserved the main role.
Okay.
It sounds like Sunday service.
I love a choir.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that all your vocals stacked or is that other people?
Yeah, so it's mainly me, and then the producer did like a few. So we added like a
Wow.
That
voice
sounds
in there.
amazing. That must have taken so long.
Really long.
It
time.
sounds so good. I think you posted like a snippet
did,
of that
I posted,
on
like, a
your
tiny
story at
little
some
piece.
point, and I was like, oh fuck, I love a
you
choir.
noticed
Like
that?
I love a
Thanks,
stacked
guys.
vocal moment. I
Yeah,
love
me
a real
too.
choir.
It's
I love
so
it all.
Fun. Me too. It's so fun. Okay, nice.
Okay. I hope I don't get a dumb one.
You will pretend that you didn't.
Yep.
What is it?
Call a family member on your phone and sing a song chosen by the group. No talking aloud. Okay, so I'm gonna call my mother.
Oh, thank God. Uh-huh.
But
Debbie.
what song do you
What
want?
should she sing to Debbie?
Soul Sister.
WAP.
Soul Sister.
Oh my God!
Yeah, definitely bring it back. Bring it on back.
How does
I was
that
trying to think of
song
something like
even-
with like a bunch of like
Curse words.
words in it,
Super
but
sexual.
I do think to like bring it back to
No,
full
bitch,
factor.
you can't fuck with me if you
Wanted
wanted
to.
to.
No, I
These
think we gotta
expensive,
do the
these-
Soul Sister, girl.
Yeah.
We gotta
Okay.
bring it back.
Okay.
You gotta bring it
I
back.
can't say anything. I don't
Yeah.
gotta say.
No,
Just
you
a
can't.
moment. She,
Okay. All right. Bet. I'm just gonna say, hey, mama.
No,
No,
no talking.
no.
No talking.
Hold the phone to the mic, I think.
I'm talking.
Hey, soul sister. Ain't that Mr. on the radio? Stereo, the way you move ain't fair, you know. ourselves. I don't wanna miss a single thing you do.
I didn't ask a single question. That was amazing.
She just said, "Carry on."
Yeah.
There we
And
go.
I'm gonna join you.
Okay, I love you, Mama.
She still didn't have any questions. She's like, "Love you, bye, perfect." That was
Okay, girl.
wow.
Okay,
I
let's do
love
like
that.
one,
I loved it.
one
I
more
loved
round.
it. I loved it. I loved
That was
Debbie.
amazing.
That was so funny. My mom would have been like, "Hello, what?" Because she's deaf. Oh my god. Dare, call your best friend and tell them you're pregnant. My best friend knows I'm here. Wait, maybe I'll call. Wait, one of them doesn't know.
I feel like I found out like last week.
So you guys did like pregnancy test roulette or something?
Hey, I have some kind of weird news.
Okay.
We did like a pregnancy test roulette.
I know that you're fine. I know you're so
I told you she wouldn't know. She would know. She would know. Also, like she knows I've had like no semen in my body recently. Okay, well, thanks for your feature on the podcast. Love you, Ted.
We tried.
I was like, she'll know.
tried.
I tell her everything
Done?
that I do in my life.
Okay. All right.
you're
Well,
next.
that's enough truth or dare for today.
Okay.
Let's wrap it up with just like, B, we had the best time with you. What's happening in your life tomorrow and the foreseeable couple months? Like, what do you got going on? What can we tell the people? Brag. Basically just brag to us for a
Okay.
second.
I actually spent like all of last year kind of doing like more of like a rock music vibe, because I had actually gotten out of my label deal that I was with my entire life, and I was really happy about that. So I started kind of making the music that I always wanted to make that they wouldn't really let me. You know, I mean, because you know, when you're with like a major label, they just want you to make
Especially
pop
when you're
music.
with
Like,
them
they
from
just-
when you were
yeah.
really young.
And I started to kind of resent pop music because I had been forced to do it for so long, even though I probably think I listen mostly to pop music, or at least I enjoy it. And so I was doing like the rock thing for a while. I love that. It's like I'm the most proud of the music that I made last year. I would say if anybody hasn't heard it and like they want to heard any of
love
my
that.
music.
I feel like I texted you about it.
I think
or,
you
like, I
did,
told
yeah.
you when I saw you, I was like
Yeah.
obsessed with that.
And I loved it so much, and it literally was like it felt like the most free I've ever been creatively. And so I would say if anyone's never heard any of my music, I would hope that would be like the first thing that they would listen to. But this year, I've decided to be outside B. I've been inside B for the past 2 years, where I've only worked with like the same writer, the same producer. I've done everything exactly how I want it to be. I've said no a lot. I've stayed inside. I've not gone out and like tried to make any other friends in the industry, and not really. I just haven't been very open-minded.
Yeah, clearly, because when we brought this podcast to you, you said,
Yes. I was like, I like to stay inside. And well, actually, I said nothing. So here's why I was like, here's why I didn't invite you to my show, which we did talk about before, which was a couple months ago. Because I thought that you guys were mad at me because
never.
in our group chat, like months ago, we were being like, we were like, oh, you guys are like, what if we did a podcast about X Factor? That'd be so fun and funny. And I was like, hypothetically, like, yeah, that would be so fun, and I would love to do that. But I'm the laziest girl alive. I like to lay in bed. If I'm not doing something music related, like going to a session or touring or whatever I'm doing, I am in my house, in my bed. That's what I like to do. That's what I do as a hobby. And so you guys are like, all right, like we're actually gonna do the podcast. Like, are you in, B? And I didn't want to say no, I'm not in. And it was literally solely because I was like, I know that. Because also when we first sat down and you're like, all right, what are the questions that we have today? And like, let's get everything figured out. I was like, oh my God, if I had to like write questions and like prep and like figure out the flow of the podcast, I would just be so bad at all that because I'm lazy. So when you guys texted me, And you're like, we're doing it. You want to do it with us? I ghosted you guys. I ghosted
We're
Diamond and
past
Carly.
it, but we're
that was
past
why,
it.
yeah, now obviously we're past it. We're
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
But at the
yeah.
time, I should have just been, I'm really bad at being confrontational with news that I think other people don't want to hear. So that was-
2024, new year.
yeah.
But
so that is why I said that before. So
But now you're
clearly I'm a
outside
lazy
B.
girl. Now I'm outside B. So I've been actually meeting up with a lot of people that I used to work with when I was on my label that I just kind of resented making music with at the time because I felt like I was forced to do it.
Right.
And now I'm kind of like, I loved the rock thing. That's so me. I've always wanted to do it. I loved performing those songs. But I kind of missed the reaction that I used to get from stage when I was on tour most recently from when I would do like the pop shit that people like. That is good. And so I feel like I kind of got it out of my system. I did that really for me. Like last year and the year before was really for me. It was making the music that I was never allowed to make that I still, again, like love so much. It's my favorite shit I've ever made. But I think now I can maybe kind of combine that with, you know, the kind of what I was doing years ago with what I was doing last year and kind of make something that's like a little bit in the middle. It's more like what I feel like my fans have always come to expect from me and what I actually want to do and kind of make it, you know. So mostly I'm just like going to be working on music a lot this year. I've been in the studio a lot more recently. I've been going outside a lot more recently. And I'm hoping that I'm going to do another tour at the end of the year, but we'll just have to see. But
That's
yeah,
super
I guess I'm really just, it's a studio year for me.
Studio year.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
I hear you. That's exciting. It's a tough thing to blend those two because I'm like you. Even though it's very not my voice, it's so your voice. Like literally like the way that we sound, like you sound. I'm such a rock girly. Like I've always been like alternative rock thanks to my big bro right there. Like that's the music that I grew up on. And so like that's the music that I listen to most. Like I don't listen to pop music. I listen to that.
Yeah.
And so for a while I was in a similar mindset of like, but I want to make that type of music. And like it wasn't for me having a label that wasn't allowing me to do it. It was just like fans of me from the show. It was like, you know what they want from you.
Yeah.
And I think like for a while I tried to bridge that gap and like do what I wanted, but then like also like I'm known for having a certain type of voice and it's like a tough thing like psychologically. So I applaud you for like taking the time and like doing exactly what you wanted to do and then like coming back and being like, all right, there's a way to like put these together. So I think that's sick. I'm getting naked, but anyway.
Yeah, thank you. So
Hell yeah, B.
that's what I'm doing.
Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah,
we
thanks,
love
B.
you forever.
Love you. I
Three
had so much
Musketeers.
fun. I'm like, oh my God, like we could gab forever and ever. Three Musketeers.
I know.
Three Musketeers.
Three
What,
Musketeers.
George?
Flip.
I still
Bills.
have you. What was I? Trips? I feel like it was something like that.
This was back when our city walk days,
Oh
wasn't
yeah.
it?
Oh yeah. And I
Yeah.
still have you saved in my phone as Carly, aka George, aka like my
Stop.
bestie. Wait, what is it?
That's hilarious.
It's let's see.
I love old contact
Oh, it's
names
just
that stay.
Carly, aka George, but you changed your number since then, so it's just Diamond. At the time, I think it used to be Spills, aka
Because I would spill
whatever.
everything.
Yeah, I don't know why you were George, but
Yeah, I don't
George.
know why we had
Kind of
something.
makes sense.
yeah. But Three Musketeers.
Three Musketeers.
Reunited once again.
Reunited.
Woo!